Mike Kennedy with you. We're finishing off our MRE number 23. We're actually having the main course. Now, normally you would use your MRE heater, which I showed in one of the other videos. You fill it up to water this level. You insert the MRE so that this pad, the actual heating pad, is on the bottom. So it's going to, you're going to have the bag, the pad, then the MRE, then the other side of the bag. Then you're going to fold it over and have it inclined for 10 to 15 minutes. Now, one soldier told me that he thought it was a hassle to heat the thing, so he always ate them cold. So I thought we'd give that a try. Now, I can see where if you were in an extremely hot area, maybe the last thing you'd want to do is heat your food up even more. So I can see the point. So get the spoon, drop the spoon, get the spoon up. Okay, so we're going to try this chicken pesto pasta, but we're going to try it cold. I know I've eaten it hot, and I like it. Sure, we're going to do it. The arthritis. Oh, there we go. The other side has a better notch in it. Wow, it really smells of the spices. You can see, hopefully there's a big, let me get it more in the shade. Oop, there you go. Big chunks of chicken. Tastes alright. I do think it would taste better hot. But I can see perhaps taking the 15 minutes out, doing the MRE, playing with that. Maybe someone wouldn't have time for that and would just opt for eating it cold. Of course, you can heat these up. Of course, you can heat these up other ways. You definitely can't put them in a microwave because they're lined with a metal film. But you could, put it in hot water. My goodness, you put it on the dash of your car, is going to heat it up usually. But there's a big piece of chicken. Being messy. But very good. And I think you have to gauge the taste against the convenience of having it and the fact that it's your only food. A lot of times people will be on these survival shows. We watched one where they had this group of people and they had to go through a certain area. They were two teams, or some shows had one team, but I remember one time they were able to kill a porcupine to eat. They said that was the best food they had ever tasted in their life. So, when you're hungry, your requirements of exactly how it tastes change, I think. And just the fact that you need the food so bad, you can't complain. But, normally soldiers would be eating in a mess tent rather than just eating these. As we pointed out in our last video, MREs are only made to be eaten for the maximum of 2 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks, because they lack fiber and they do lack some of the essential nutrients that you need. But some of that is given up for the convenience of the size, the packing, and what the soldiers actually need for that short period of time. So it's interesting. I've been watching the show called Ice Pilots, and it basically is talking about a airline in northern Canada, and they actually fly these World War II planes because they feel that they're the only planes that can really withstand the rigors of this weather and environment there. They've got some of the, like there's only they said one plane, there's only like 5 of them even flying anymore. One of these planes had actually been used in D-Day, and just struck me that having these would be really a good idea, living in some of those remote settlements, that having some, I'm sure they probably have all kinds of canned goods and things too, but they showed a scene where, the plane runs had to be interrupted because of weather, and this town it showed you their grocery store, and there was a lot of empty shelves in their grocery store. And these towns survive off some mining and things, so it's not like most of them know how to fish or, get their own food out of that landscape. And there was another town where they had 3 generators, and 2 of them went out. So they basically had to cut the power to everything except the medical center that they had, and so everybody else is without heat. They heat electrically, without heat, without lights, and it's like a place that can get 40 below. So, it's kind of amazing that some people live in situations that are tottering on the edge of survival at any time, but I would think having a bunch of these would be a very good idea if you lived in an area like that. Although everything must be so expensive there because everything has to, during certain times of the year, there are roads that are going in, but a lot of things during the winter are more centered on getting them there with a plane, because it just is, maybe the roads are impassable and things like that. But it was just kind of an interesting thing to see, but made me think that these would be good to have a supply of these packed away, that you don't have to heat the water, you can eat them raw. It would be very advantageous, I think, to have a supply a 2-week supply of this emergency food for short-term needs. So Mike Kennedy, we'll go to the next meal. This has been Menu 23, Chicken Pesto, and it's Warfighter recommended, Warfighter tester, Warfighter approved. See you next time. Bye.